Hi everyone, this is Jamie from Painted Lady Tarot, and today we're going to do a quick walkthrough of an antique deck that I have. It's the Madame Lenormand's Gipsy fortune telling card game. This was published by the Wehman Brothers, New York. We don't know the exact year, but they came out between 1900 and 1910, I believe, so we know it's at least 100 years old. This one's in a very good, the box is actually in pretty good shape considering how old it is. Lid is missing, otherwise in good shape though. The Gypsy on the front is very confusing because it makes people think it's a Gypsy deck, which it is definitely not. It's 100% Lenormand as we understand the cards today. So without further ado, let's hop in here. These decks, you can find them still available on eBay in various condition. Now, this one, of course, no Little White Book back in the day. We did have, in lieu of Little White Book, we do have the explanations here. So even the instructions are still in pretty good shape too. It's interesting because sorry, whoops, that's upside down. If you look at the meanings of the cards, they are a little different than we understand them in more modern Lenormands, but pretty similar still. They don't give you explanations for how to do small readings like 3 cards or 5 card that we do all the time. They do have for the Grand Tableau. So you see directions for use, and we can see it here. They even do a mock-up reading to give you an idea of how the cards are read. Like I said, a little bit different from how we understand them today, but still pretty close. I'm trying to figure out how these cards were made. They're pretty smooth on the outside. As you can see here, they're not even. The cards are not exactly the same size. Some are a little bigger, some are a little smaller. The card backs are completely white, which is, we do see this sometimes in the older decks. What I found interesting, I don't know if I'll pick it up in the image here, you can actually see and you can feel the stamp in the back. So however they were made, they were obviously pressed in some way, because you can feel it's like texture. You can feel it coming through the back of the card. Hang on here. Of course, straight corners. All right, so we'll start here. Now, we've got our rider. They look very much like the images on the Madame Moreau fortune-telling deck, which is why I wanted them. Now this one, what you'll see is interesting. When the playing card inset is black, they've done the image in red. When the playing card is in red, they've done the image in black. This is the only deck that I've seen that does this. And you can see on some of the cards, and we'll see when we get to one, they're not like, you see where the 6 is coming here and the card, it does vary from card to card, so they are imperfect. Well, this one's pretty, this one they nailed it, but there's a few of them that are crooked. Also, something else to notice is whenever you see a woman, like one of the queens in the playing card set, there is no suit. See, like in the kings here, we do have a suit showing, but never for the women. See the suit again. Bird's card with only one bird. This fox card's a little confusing to me. Again, queen, no set. This is the mice card. I love it. I love that they've got some kind of flawn going on here. So awesome. Ah, yes, and the heart that looks very much like a radish. Look where this number is here. It's like, it's almost like they were like, well, his hat is really high, so we need to push the card up. That cuts into the number. I love how imperfect it is. And that's pretty much it. I just wanted to do a quick walkthrough just because we don't get to see too many of the antique decks. I know that, like I said, some of them are still floating around. You can still see them on eBay or Etsy sometimes. If you get the chance to grab one of these, I recommend you do. Considering, like I said, this is a 100-year-old deck and it's still in very, very good shape. I actually still play with this deck. No trouble. I'm not too worried about it. Even the corners are still pretty sharp. It's a pretty sweet little deck, a little piece of history. So I'm gonna let you go with that and have a great day.